Good evening, everybody. My name is Jamich, and tonight we're coming at you live with yet more Wario's Woods action with the tournament that's been going on for several weeks now. Tonight we got Cytown and ffrpro. Looking forward to a good match tonight. Start in just a couple minutes when the runners are ready. And looks like we're off. Just a little bit of desync at the start. But welcome to Wario's Woods, a very unusual puzzle kind of game. It's a match 3 at heart, but unlike most match 3s, you play as a character, specifically Toad, running around in the middle of the well, picking up things and moving them around. The goal of the game generally is to clear all the enemies by lining up at least 2 of them plus a bomb in some sort of line. Over the course of the speedrun, though, we're going to be trying to speed things up just a little bit. One big tactic you're going to see here is if they get a chain of 5 or more, that's going to bring a diamond into play. The diamond will clear all enemies of that color. So we're going to use that to great effect, especially in these early stages, which have very few colors and really not that many enemies when you get right down to it. So we're going to make short work of the first 10 levels here. FFR is on stage 7, which doesn't really have a diamond setup, so you got to make a few smaller stacks. Cytown's just about half a stage ahead at this point. So yeah. FFR is getting orange bombs. Kind of wanted a white there. Cytown making 2 diamond setups with the pinks and the oranges. The pinks gave the diamond. Oranges got a red diamond, so we just gotta wait on the orange bomb because the game is not polite with bombs. It doesn't care what you want. It will give you whatever it thinks you don't want at any given time. Okay, Cytown got the worst pattern for stage 10. Each level has 2 possible patterns, and this is definitely the worst of the 2 that you could get here. Doing a good job of rearranging everything. Rather than fishing for a diamond there, Cytown is going to reduce the number of colors. The game will only spawn bombs in colors that are actually on the screen, so another thing we do to speed up the game and reduce the amount of bad RNG we get is to just clear colors as fast as possible. The fewer colors you have, the less types of bombs you can get, and the less RNG will cause you problems. Now, if you look on Cytown's screen, that little blue shape didn't end up mattering because of the diamond, but Cytown set up a pattern there that lets you clear 4 enemies with 1 bomb. That isn't a diamond, but it's still a very useful shape to keep an eye out for. I see FFR is going to go into a stage where that's also a possibility. Going to look for the white diamond. Cytown's going to fish out 1 from blue. Still got some dead oranges, but waiting on a white. And Cytown's about 1 stage ahead at this point. Also, over on Cytown's screen, we see our first occurrence of the enemies that take 2 hits to destroy. Those enemies in particular, they take 2... Well, they change colors after you hit them once. They go from red to white. If you look on the left side of the screen, you will see a legend that tells you what types of enemies are in each level, and there's always 2. And that enemy, when FFR gets there, you'll see is represented by a question mark. The normal enemies have the up-down line, but you can destroy them in any line, horizontal, vertical, or diagonal. And FFR is waiting on a red here. Now you can hold down to make bombs fall faster, but in the case of clearing lines, and clearing colors, you want to be careful about whether you bring in more bombs when you're trying to clear a color, because the game will definitely give you that color and disrupt your plans. That's especially true when you have the enemies that change colors or take 2 hits. You do not want those bombs hanging around, because we haven't seen Wario time yet, but when we see Wario, he can spawn more enemies in, and he can also pull any color that's on the screen. So we want to reduce the number of colors we see. Oh, FFR got sniped on the diamond setup there. The game just dropped a bomb and just got in the way. FFR working on the white diamond, gonna use the diamond to spawn another diamond, but because that white bomb was floating, it just happened to be a useless white diamond. Cytown going for a tall vertical stack here to get that diamond. FFR on level 17. This is an interesting one. FFR is getting like the worst things you can get on this level. You want the bombs on the outside first so that you can just run across the top and kick. And you also really don't want to get bombs of colors you've killed. So now FFR's got to just mine until the game decides to give a favorable bomb. Cytown making quick work of 19. And we're going to see another cutscene on Cytown's side. Alright, Cytown looking for that red diamond, but is going to settle for that full clear of orange. That's a pretty nice setup on this level. I know I used that one as well. Cytown on to level 21. FFR still working on 19. Got a pretty decent diamond. Spawned in the right spot to get out of there quickly. Cytown wants a blue here. I don't think the game's gonna give it. FFR setting up. It's like trying to set up for a green diamond and passing up on the orange kill. Cytown out of 21. We're still in the simpler levels, although stage 20 is the end of the shortest category of this speedrun. Cytown wanted to get light blue eliminated there, but the game resurrected the bomb at the last possible second. Gonna try again with dark blue, and the diamond is not. Diamond, and then 2 consecutive bombs of the wrong color. FFR is trying to do the same thing here, just get rid of all the blues in one go. Worked out a little better. So here are the color changing enemies again. And Cytown is getting some pretty bad bombs here. You kind of want to get rid of the small enemies, or I should say the normal enemies, the ones there's only a few of. Getting rid of them early can help a lot. You want to be careful when you actually change the colors of the main enemies, or of the color changing enemies as well, because if you change their color, that means there's more colors that can drop and you can get more bombs you don't need. FFR getting a little more success on the quick clear of the single color across the bottom. Cytown with that white diamond. Wondering if it's going to be a setup on pink here to try to get a quick clear of all pink. Looks like it. And the diamond. Got a 2-stage gap at this point. Cytown setting up a orange diamond high to the sky. And has reduced the color quantity substantially. Now this, as long as that bomb doesn't spawn white, guaranteed to be a blue diamond, which will make short work of that stage. Here, Cytown's going for a light blue on the diagonal. Got a good diamond. Gonna try to get most of the dark blues. Not a great position for the diamond, but not exactly a bad color either. Again, short work. FFR working through 24 and is almost done. Now on Cytown's screen, it's the first time we are seeing the enemies that they don't change color, they still require 2 hits, but those 2 hits have to be within a short time period. That's just the reds and blues. Right now, Cytown is trying to farm some diamonds where possible. get rid of the other colors as much as possible. But now it's just red and blue, and that's going to make it easier to deal with these enemies. So once you hit them once, they start flashing. And then once you have to hit them again before they stop flashing, or it undoes your work and you have to start from scratch. Those are particularly bad when we get to Wario time, but we haven't seen Wario time from either runner yet, I don't think. Not a great diamond, not a great position. If you played the SNES version of this game, one major difference between the SNES and the NES version is that in the NES version you cannot move diamonds. So once that diamond spawns, if it's in a position you don't like, too bad. You have to clear it, or find a way to dig it out. Like on FFR's screen, that's a pretty bad diamond, except that the bomb just kind of fell in to take care of it. Okay, 29 is a interesting stage because there's a pretty easy diamond setup, no matter what color you get. Now, I mean, Cytown's making the diamond setups look very easy, but even as a beginner, this stage has relatively straightforward diamond setups. I'm curious what setup Cytown has been going for here. Did not seem to take much of the diamonds. Gonna get the red gone, though. That'll finish the stage. And Cytown will get another cutscene. Meanwhile, FFR has exactly what I just said. Bad diamonds in the way. The thing keeping FFR from clearing this stage right now is that green diamond is obstructing the ability to get rid of the blue enemies. And now FFR is in Wario time, and you can see Wario will spawn bad guys potentially of any color that is available. FFR did get lucky and didn't have any significant quantity of the two-hit enemies. That can really slow you down. FFR are going to get 2 diamonds here. Surprised at the full pile up there. Depends on your physical position as to whether you want to do that. Those 2 bombs are going to get Cytown another diamond. But now, how do they want to handle this? So now there's a red bomb hanging around, which can definitely be a problem. I don't think Cytown's going to end up in Wario time here, but the excess red bombs can become a problem over time. FFR has a pretty good diamond. Get there we go. And FFR onto the cutscene. It's like FFR going for a vertical green setup. It was kind of a pink diagonal in the works there too. Cytown through yet another level. It's about 2/3 of the way numerically, but but less than half on the clock most likely. If we see a 27 in a race setting, that would be very impressive. Not gonna try to make the full row of oranges. The stack is just too ugly at the moment, but that'll do. So we're starting to see the stacks get just a little bit higher. Cytown is looking at a double setup there with orange and pink on opposite diagonals. Got one of the bombs, whichever came first, that was going to be the play. Trying to get one more diamond here. Orange was definitely not the first choice. Definitely looking for something else there. just keep reducing colors, and that might be the first time Cytown's seen Wario, certainly the first I've noticed. FFR is trying to deal with Wario and the two-hit enemies and does a really nice job. 35 is a very interesting stage, and it looks like Cytown's play is to get this horizontal row of oranges. I usually go for the diagonal pinks on that one. Cytown's a few minutes better than me, though. Not the diamonds that you want to see here. It's not anything you can control. You're just hoping that the game is kind enough to give you diamonds of either red or blue. At least one of them will greatly simplify your job. But if the game doesn't give it, there's nothing you can do about it. Cytown hoping to get blue finished off so that the blue bomb does not reappear. No such luck. Cleans up pink at least. And there's enough time on the Wario gauge. Yeah, they're done. Alright, 36, a stage with more normal enemies. Looks like Cytown's going for a vertical white diamond setup on this one. Orange lands in the right spot. So if you get a chain like that, where something falls and triggers something else, or a diamond spawns and triggers something else, that reduces the Wario timer on the right. Well, if you're in Birdo mode, it gives you more time in Birdo mode. If you're in Wario mode, it gives you less time in Wario mode. So whichever is more beneficial. FFR working through 34, looking for that horizontal orange setup. Cytown's gonna use that diagonal pink because it's just there waiting. Looking for another blue or red setup, looks like. I'm gonna go for the light blues. Ooh, I would never have seen that. That is a really awesome all clear. I would have never been able to tease that one out. So going for the vertical pink, there's a red diagonal setup to start on this one. That's usually what I go for. Bit of a different play than I'm used to seeing there. Gonna make another horizontal diamond setup. I would have thought the horizontal would have been the play there. Now just got some extra bombs to deal with. And on to 39. FFR is working on 35 over here. Dealing with the obnoxious two-hit enemies. Got a pink diamond set up at least. And it gave a pink diamond. So we don't want... when the game gives you the same colored diamond as the bombs and enemies you use to generate it, I call that the diamond back because it gives you the same colored diamond back. It's never what you want. You always want something you haven't started digging. Cytown's going to have that lingering red, but it's not going to matter. And on to one more cutscene. The cutscenes happen at levels that end in 9, though we measure our progress kind of by every 10 stages. And stage 41 is really when the run starts to pick up in terms of difficulty. This stage does not have that many enemies of any given color, so it's actually kind of tricky to farm diamonds here. There's only so much you can do. FFR almost out of 36. And Cytown's going to use this angle to get an all clear on white. Sure, Cytown would have also liked to get all the blues in one shot there, but it did not quite line up. But we're done with 40. So 41's going to be a definite step up in difficulty. There's multiple two-hit enemies in here, the color changers, and it's really difficult to work this stack into a diamond, but Cytown does it excellently. It's just not a lot of enemies in there, so it's actually rather difficult to get a diamond. Cytown is not getting, does not want that many oranges hanging around. Looks like they're trying to set things up. They're gonna wait for a diamond on the pink. This is definitely the stage of the point of the stage where there are diminishing returns for that diamond. Fortunately for Cytown, the enemy that spawned was the color with the diamond and not the other color. Now, FFR is in a stage of diagonal enemies, which are really tough to deal with when Wario is dropping them because you need a staircase to even hit the diagonal only enemies, especially when they're the only color left. It can be really tricky. Having the diamond, though, the diamond is not subject to the diagonal only stipulation, so you can just make a normal chain for that. FFR is going to get this pink diamond. Still got a bunch of... Got two main colors, and then pink and green are causing a little bit of trouble. Cytown's trying to get this down to just greens and did not get it. That pink is going to hang around, and now you can see Wario is going to be extremely annoying with the pinks. Now that that's clear, Cytown can at least farm the diamond here and at least limit how much more time the stage will take. Now Cytown in a stage with the diagonal only enemies got a good diamond. The red diamond there is going to be what you want, but then the bomb resurrects, which is not what you want. Orange diamond set up here. Not the diamond that you wanted either. That stuff is now just in the way. And I think Cytown's going to take advantage of this chance to get rid of it because it's not what you wanted. Did not want that pink bomb falling either. Very rude RNG on this stage, but we're moving on. FFR into 41. Again, this stage is just a huge difficulty ramp relative to everything we've done prior to it. Got some good bombs there to get rid of a lot of those blues really quickly. The white diamond, though, the white diamond is really bad because white is the color you get from destroying the reds. It's not worth a lot early in the stage. It can be useful at the very end, but you don't want it early. Cytown trying to make, looks like an orange diagonal setup here. Gonna get it. Useful diamond. Too many pinks hiding, or too many oranges hiding around there. Certainly more than they want, but with the bombs on screen, you're not going to worry about it. 45, another one of the hardest stages in here because we got those two-hit enemies. This is a pretty decent pattern. There are some diamond setups. There's some long diagonals, and Cytown got a good diamond and needs to get rid of the blue bombs before any more spawn. And you want that color full cleared. Cytown is also going to try, it looks like going for the diamond first. Now, it's a good diamond, but there's still two reds hanging around. Now 3. Now 4. So if it's an orange bomb, this could be quick. If red enemies spawn, this could go bad. And there's a red enemy. Cytown's reduced one color. Now, the really obnoxious thing about these enemies when Wario is spawning them is if it's the only thing left, you can get into a really bad cycle where you get 2 bombs, make one of them flash, and then he spawns another one, and it's a really hard cycle to get out of. You need to just like stop and let the bombs generate you a diamond, basically, but Cytown moves through it very well. Cytown considering the setups here. Not really getting anything that is an obvious diamond. That extra green, just waiting on it. Game was kind enough to not make them wait about 30 bombs as it likes to do. FFR on to stage 44. Saw the green diamond, or the green bomb coming, and saved it for the green diamond so as to get the color cleared as quickly as possible. Cytown is kind of like, how do I actually get all the blues without getting sniped? There's a lot of combos set up in there that Cytown actively did not want to activate. Not quite fast enough to get out of the stage, but moving on. FFR's gonna take this green setup. Cytown is on to 47. The stages are getting a lot taller now, but these couple have only the normal enemies. It's not too hard to mill diamonds out of them. It does take some time, but it's not too hard to get it set up. Cytown's got a diagonal pink diamond set up. FFR moving on to 45, which second hardest level in this category, in my estimation. It's just gonna come down to, do you get the bomb you want or not? Looks like FFR is gonna let the flashing stop and then try to get a diamond out of the reds. If you don't let the flashing stop there, you'll only kill 2 at a time, and it will not give you credit. Cytown is pretty close here. That whole understack digging. Duke says 41 might be harder than 45. I mean, those two are definitely up there, but 48, Cytown's on 48. 48 is definitely the killer. And Zook got the... Not Zook. Sorry, Zook. Cytown got the tougher pattern here. But let's get in the bombs. Let's see what diamonds we get. White diamond, that is bad. Gonna chain it into a red, though. That helps out a lot. If you get 2 diamonds on this and neither is the color you need, neither is red or blue, you're gonna have a bad time. Not the color that Zook was looking for, or that Cytown was looking for there. Ooh, excuse me. But it's gonna be orange or blue. It's blue. That'll get Cytown out of this stage. And so long to hardest stage in the run. This stage is very tall, 49, but the enemies are normal. So not too hard to fish out these diamonds here. You can see from Cytown. Maybe has some white diamond setups. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the diagonal. And just kind of waiting to see if there's anything that can get that white. There's the juggle. Gonna try to get this color all in one go. It didn't work out. Cytown changed their mind. It's like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna hold that one orange enemy back for the bomb. Kill green. That'll help out a lot. FFR is on to 47. And then sniped. But the diamond was enough to finish the job. Just gonna wait for Wario to spawn one more enemy and one more cutscene, and Cytown's on the last stage. So Don got the good pattern in this. The white and the blue have diagonal setups here, but is gonna go for the vertical setup instead. This is definitely the easier of the two patterns in stage 50. Every stage has two patterns. They are not always equally difficult. 2 diamond setups here, 1, 2. That blue one in particular is not what you want. Finish off a couple more colors here. Still a lot of stragglers though. Should only be a few more seconds on Cytown's side though. Alright, white. Get a diamond, and that's time for Cytown. Alright, so FFR is on 48. I guess, as I said, the hardest stage in the category. Unfortunately, there are only 3 whites in there, so that white bomb is not a diamond setup. It still might not be bad. Getting that extra white was actually really good, but now they're a little buried. Hello, hello. GG's and congratulations.
Thanks.
So what do you think of that run?
I mean, for as much as I struggled throughout it, that felt pretty good. It was a little bit rough there in the front 20 and kind of in the 30s, and then kind of lost my way at the end. But overall, it went pretty well.
Yeah, I saw a few rough RNG spots, but nothing I thought that was too egregious for you today.
No, I think the RNG was really nice to me. I think it was more my play that I kept just being a split second late on getting things done before another bomb came, and it was just constant. So not too much like I did just a little bit ago. So
Well, you're a tier above me, so it looked amazing.
oh no, thanks. I appreciate it. It's one of those weird things. This game has this ability for you to just plateau for a while, and then you just live in whatever level you're at that time. I remember when it was like 50 minutes for a long time for 50 levels, and after a while it was like, oh man, 44, I just can't get past 44, and then it's 38, and then you break 30 for the first time, and you go, heck yeah, and then you go, oh man, I can't break 30 again for a while, and then now I'm in the 20, well, I just hit 27 tonight right before the race, and so I finally broke 28, and so it's just the way it goes, I guess. You just have to, until the levels start to just come to you as you're playing.
I know that during marathon practice or tournament practice, I went from 33 to just above 30, and I haven't replicated it since, so I can definitely feel that whole plateau situation going on.
Yep. I watched your 30-minute run. That was really good. It's so weird. Like, I mean, even today, like my 27-minute run, that was 30. I PB'd in a race last night, which was ridiculous, right? And then tonight, I actually beat that time by 35, 36 seconds. It's like, how can I not get past 28 for the longest time and then go 30 seconds off? It just makes no sense to me.
I think a lot of it is like, here's the thing with this game, like, your times are staying steady, but your previous PB was your best RNG ever, probably. And then you're improving, but your times aren't. And then when you get the run with the good RNG, that's when the minute shaves off.
Yeah, don't screw it up when you get it. It's tough to get it.
Yeah, this game is not nice.
No. I love it, but it's not nice.
Okay, FFR is at the end of 50, so if you want to hang around for a moment, we'll see if he wants to come on in. And that's time for FFR. That's a 34-14 for FFR and Cytown. You were somewhere around 30-22, I want to say.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Hello.
Hello? Hey.
So how'd the race go for you?
I mean, no, early game I started pretty good, but yeah, the late game just kind of RNG took over, as it usually does with me in this game.
You and most everyone with this game, especially when you start getting into the 40s. I know that I've been putting in a lot of practice, and like 48, it seems practice proof. It's either I get the diamond or I don't, and it's about a minute swing either way.
Yeah, usually my runs are either good first half, bad second half, or vice versa. Just can't get two good halves together.
Yeah, it's definitely such an RNG dependent game that, the grind does pay off over time.
Yes, indeed.
But GG's, regardless. Thank you for having the race tonight. Any final words, either Cytown or FFR?
Nothing other than GG FFR, and thanks, Jamich, for doing the commentary for us, and Zook and everybody behind the stream, behind the scenes, doing everything. So appreciate y'all.
Yes, GG Cytown. Yes, thank you, Jamich, for commentating on Woods and all that stuff. Looking forward to my other couple matches coming up hopefully soon.
And since I got FFR on the stream, I'm gonna say not only check out Wario's Woods, we got the tournament, we got the weekly starting up, but come join us playing Tetrisphere if you like puzzle games. I need to get more people to play that game.
Yeah, I haven't played that game in a little while. Such a great puzzle game, but just like we need people to play that game.
But that's a little bit off topic, but I'm going to encourage you all to go check that one out. All right, so on behalf of the tournament, my name's Jamich, and we have another 2 races scheduled tonight, including one featuring yours truly. I'm going to sign off for tonight. We're about halfway through the matches, so keep an eye out, and yeah, we'll see you next time.